Leaders often believe that admitting they're wrong will make their teams lose respect for them. But here's the truth. Nothing damages trust more than pretending to be right when you're clearly not. And your team doesn't need a perfect leader. They only need an honest one. Admitting when you're wrong may be the single most powerful leadership move you'll ever make. Hey, I'm Dr. Jeff, and I help leaders develop the mindset and skills they need to thrive. So today we're tackling one of the hardest truths in leadership, and that is admitting mistakes. So let's think about it. How many times have you seen a leader double down on a bad decision just to try to save face? And what did that do to the culture of the organization? Usually, it kills trust, it lessens communication, and it leaves the team quietly thinking, if they can't own their mistakes, then why should I? So in this video, I'm going to share 3 powerful reasons why admitting you're wrong actually makes your team stronger, and by the end, I'm going to give you one simple framework to practice this skill in real time. So point number 1, admitting wrong builds trust. And trust is the currency of leadership. When you admit you're wrong, you send a clear message to the team that I value honesty more than my ego. So think about this. Gallup has consistently found that teams with high trust are more engaged, more productive, and less likely to burn out. But here's the catch. Trust doesn't come from flawless leadership. It comes from authentic leadership. So when you say, I missed that, or I was wrong, your team doesn't see weakness. They see courage. And they see a leader that they can believe in because you have then modeled transparency. Point number 2. Admitting wrong unlocks growth in the organization. When we admit mistakes, it creates an environment where growth is possible. In leadership, I have seen brilliant people avoid admitting mistakes, which means those same mistakes kept repeating. And when a leader says, I was wrong and here's what I learned, they have now normalized learning instead of covering up. And this is what makes the culture resilient. So your team will stop fearing mistakes and start focusing on improvement. And guess what? That's where innovation thrives in environments where it's safe to admit when something didn't work. So point number 3 is that admitting wrong strengthens the team bonding. So when we admit we're wrong, we're actually pulling our team closer together because it then humanizes us as leaders. I have found that teams don't want a superhero. They want a human being who can lead with both strength and humility. And so when you admit a mistake, you invite collaboration. And people step in with ideas then, with solutions, and they now become owners because you've created a space for them to contribute. And that's how you build your team that rallies together instead of one that fractures under pressure. So I want to give you this practical framework that involves 3 steps. So to make it practical, the framework that you can use the next time that you need to admit that you're wrong, well, that's going to be challenging, but we must acknowledge the mistake clearly. So one example of that is, I was wrong about whatever the mistake was. Number 2, we have to own the impact. I know this caused confusion or extra work on your part because of my error. And number 3, we have to share the adjustment. Here's how I'm going to handle it differently the next time to show that we're willing to change as well. So that's direct, honest, action-oriented communication about our mistakes. So the bottom line is, admitting you're wrong doesn't make you weak. It makes your leadership stronger, and it builds trust, fuels growth, and deepens the team connection. So if this video resonates with you, I'd love to hear in the comments below, have you ever had a leader admit they were wrong? And how did that impact you? And if you want more tools like this to grow as a leader, please subscribe to this channel and like this post. Every week, I unpack real-world leadership lessons to help you learn with both strength and mercy. So thank you for watching, and remember, the strongest leaders are the most human. As we serve together, Dr. Jeff.